This post-match report is proudly brought to you by Complete Sports Management, more footy, less admin, and Stat Guru, when numbers matter.
I'm Daniel, here with Complete Sports Management, here at the Kevin Bartlett Complex. We've just seen a game between St Mary's and Richmond, where St Mary's have defeated Richmond 124-19. I'm here with the Richmond coach, Oliver. It's a tough game for your girls today. What positives do you think you could take from this game?
The positives is the desire. They're a group of girls that are still learning the game, still learning learning every aspect of AFL, and it's obviously today you see the kicking, the handballing, those sort of things are something we're working on. But the thing is that they want to be there for their teammates, and they want to be there they get around the ground, they do the hard work that's that a coach can't teach. So I'm pretty impressed by that.
A couple of standout players for your team today, among them Emily Convey with 42 disposals, the last quarter goal as well. What do you make of her performance?
Well, she's a bit of a level above the rest of our team, but she's an integral part of our team because she helps the other girls come up to her level, and without her, they would struggle a lot more. So she does her individual things, but then the example she sets to the team is priceless.
A dominant last quarter display, it must be said, for your team in the end. What do you think changed in that last quarter to help you guys get on top there?
Well, we a little bit we went away from a team mentality to an individual mentality, and I let some girls just play how they want to play and put them in a bit of a different positions and what have you. And I think a little bit we started getting some ball and getting some ball forward, and then that started making their team a little bit more hesitant and a little bit more standoffish. And I think they felt also that they'd already won the game, so they didn't finish off the game, and that's another reason I'm proud of my girls. They finished off the game. So,
all right, thank you for joining us, Oliver, and best of luck.
I'm Richard Binney, and I'm with the winning coach for St Mary's, Lee Piccioni. Lee, look, Richmond, obviously they were missing a few players, but what sort of positives do you take out of that game?
Today the positives that I got from the game were I asked my girls, knowing that we were going to give them players, the players to go across to Richmond to actually give them 100%. You know, it's always hard, you know, who do you give, what type of players do you give them? So, you know, I gave a mixture of players. I gave them some really good players and then middle of the road players, and they all did their job. And in terms of that, you know, I asked our girls that played for St Mary's today that even though it was a scratch match, that we had to, you know, still work on our structures and give 100%. You know, there's no point going if you don't go hard at the ball when these type of matches, then you're going to get hurt. So they definitely did that. They went hard, and you know, everybody got through the game.
A few standout players today, but in particular I saw Sarah Sanzanetti, who was dominating for your girls, and then you swapped her over to Richmond and she dominated for them.
Yeah, well, they're the type of players that, you know, it's nice to give the better players to opposition teams to actually, you know, see what they actually worth to a side. And, you know, she's one of our leaders, and she's a very good player. You know, she's got good skills, she knows the game very well, so it's good to see her actually do a role for them as well.
And Jessica Murray had a really good game, kicking 4 goals.
Yeah, Jess is a nice little addition to the side this year. She can either play mid or forward, and kicking a couple of goals, you know, 4 goals in the end is a nice little, you know, end to a day. I did have her in the back line for a bit, so I'm not sure if our mids are really good defenders, but, you know, it's just mixed it up a little bit today. So
a lot of disposals today for Bridge and McEntee.
Yeah, Bridge too. You know, just expect that run from her. You know, she's won the 2 out of the last 3 best and fairest for our club. Sarah pipped her last year, but Bridge was runner-up, so she's a very consistent performer, Bridget. She sees the ball, she gets it, and you know, she's working on every part of her game, which is good.
Now, next week you got Whitehorse Colts, who I believe have just won their 2nd game in a row, just like your girls have. But you haven't played full-strength teams for a couple of weeks now, so how do you get your girls up for what should be a real fierce contest?
I think the girls will be ready for it. They're aware of where today's game was at. We still had a contest. There was still hits and bumps. Girls still had to run. So I think next week, it should be an even contest. We'll see where we're at. I think the girls are looking forward to it.
Thanks for that, Lee. Once again, St Mary's 105-point winners over Richmond Tigers. I'm Richard Binney for Complete Sports Management.
This has been another Complete Sports Management production.